Classes are back in session, but it's teachers who are getting schooled. Find out how next.
What does studying abroad look like during a global pandemic? Stay tuned to find out more.
COVID testing becomes readily available for Winthrop's faculty and students. Learn more with Winthrop Close Up. Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Lindsay Burrell.
And I'm Jacob Alexander. It's good to have you with us.
Winthrop teachers are zooming into the new school year, but before they can teach their students, they too must go to class. Regina Cobb explains.
As instructions move to online, teachers are taking classes to provide them with the professional training on principles and concepts of online teaching. The courses are designed to guide instructors step by step through the process of designing and facilitating an online course for their students. While the courses can take several hours to complete, K. Marie Whitstone said there are benefits in the training for the instructors to pass on to their students.
It sets the faculty member up to be able to take those skills that they've learned or applied to that one module and then replicate it for the additional modules in the online course. And what that does is it creates a standard and consistent structure for the online course, which impacts the student experience.
John Holder admits that he's most comfortable in a traditional classroom setting. Yet, the online training was surprisingly easy to take. However, there were glitches with the e-learning that he worked around or called IT for assistance.
Teaching online, it's in one class today, I was trying to show them a web page and it didn't come out as well as I wanted, so I'm going to actually download a file and send it to them. So there are glitches, but nothing major.
Linda Brown said that glitches are not always in software. They can come in different forms.
If it's glitch in the system, it may come from anything from the latest hardware update, latest software update. It may be internet service is slow, the host can't connect to the host.
There are 2 courses, and each course takes about 10 hours to complete. Regina Cobb with Winthrop Close Up.
Instructors will obtain a certificate upon completing the course.
The COVID outbreak is affecting businesses across the country, with many people working from home, including your local news teams. I spoke with a journalist at WBTV to learn more.
We're out in the field a lot, but our mornings start in the newsroom.
Christy O'Connor has been a reporter with WBTV for the past 3 years. I spoke with her about the station's response to the COVID outbreak.
Our management was working on things in-house because even though we're not the story, we were experiencing this story too.
As a multimedia journalist, Christy is used to handling all the story details on her own. While she is taking the necessary precautions during this time, she says she is glad to be doing interviews from the field again.
I would say I'm able to work faster this way, but you're giving up some of that quality because wouldn't you rather see an in-person shot interview versus a Zoom interview? So there are pluses and minuses to it all.
Christy says that in spite of the panic, not a whole lot has changed about how she does her job, a statement that was echoed by WBTV producer Maria Delgado.
The job in itself is the same. Instead of reporters being in one room, they email in their story pitches, and every morning we read through them before our meeting and have the meeting at 9:30, and by 10 we're done. They know the stories they're doing.
I also got to speak with executive producer Corey Presley over Zoom. He says these days, over-communication is key.
Instead of me hollering to the person beside me, hey, I need help with this or I need help with that, it becomes, okay, well, I need to get that message in sooner that I'm going to need help. I can't wait till the last second to get help.
When I asked Corey if there was an estimate on when people would be able to return to the newsroom, he said it would all depend on what the CDC has to say, in addition to the effectiveness of the COVID vaccine.
Just ahead on Winthrop Close Up, COVID testing becomes rapidly available for Winthrop faculty and students.
Plus, how one local business is stepping up to help those impacted by the pandemic.
Allez, venez, Milord, vous asseoir à ma table. Il fait si froid dehors. Ici c'est confortable. Laissez-vous faire, Milord, et prenez bien vos aises, vos peines sur mon cœur et vos pieds sur une chaise. Je vous connais.
Do you long to make great tales of adventure? Do you dream of fantasy worlds, or of great battles of good versus evil? If you do, come to Writing 311, where you can make all your dreams a reality.
When travel isn't an option, studying abroad can look a little bit different. Our Caroline Riggs tells us more.
Students seeking an international experience are learning to adapt with the COVID-19 pandemic. Virtual study abroad is a new option for students unable to leave home this semester.
So we have some students who are working very hard to try and experience study abroad through virtual opportunities. And so our study abroad programs have been impacted through fall of 2020. And then we're going to continue to evaluate and review the worldwide situation and safety concerns as we look forward to spring and fall programs in 2021.
Virtual study abroad is one alternative for students who had planned to travel in the fall of 2020, but taking international courses from home was not what students anticipated.
I mean, it's difficult because it's all online and I only meet my professor once a week. I just don't think it's the same, and I'm really disappointed overall, but we're trying to do the best that we can.
I'm way more appreciative and happy about it than I was at the beginning. I didn't even want to take the online classes, but I think being able to take classes is definitely worth it, even though it's a lot of money.
You can visit the International Center's website to stay up to date with future study abroad plans and opportunities. This has been Caroline Riggs with Winthrop Close Up.
Thank you, Caroline, for that inside scoop of how study abroad is conducted this semester.
Free COVID-19 testing is now easily accessible for everyone as Winthrop University partners with DHEC. The north parking lot of the Winthrop University Coliseum has turned into a free COVID-19 testing center for Rock Hill community members along with Winthrop faculty and students. Testing will be done via nasal swab, and leaders say that results are expected to be back within 48 hours. University officials hope that this free testing so close to campus will help them keep record of how many students and faculty members test positive for the virus.
And I can't emphasize the importance enough for when a contact tracer contacts you, it is so very, very important to provide them the information that they are asking, because that is the only way that we have any chance for mitigating the spread of this virus, is to understand exactly who you were around so that they can contact that person to quarantine. Otherwise, people are still out and about in the community exposing others, and that's how this continues to spread. So we really, really need for people to be willing to answer their phone and then answer their questions honestly.
Concadora wants to stress to the community the importance of contact tracing when it comes to COVID-19. Testing will be available at the Coliseum Fridays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. through 1 p.m. Officials hope to see the testing continue throughout the remainder of the winter months. Winthrop Close Up. how one local business owner is going the extra mile to help those less fortunate.
Make it, do it, makes us work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better.
Whether it's in person or online, Winthrop University students are back in class. For those students who are on campus, it is important that they observe the social distancing guidelines set up by the university. However, some students have a mixed reaction.
I feel that maybe they should enforce the social distancing a little bit more. Probably have like less people in the Thompson cafeteria at once. Digs, I feel they can do a little bit better and have people more a little separated than usual.
I understand why we have to do it, and obviously the people in charge here understand why. So I feel like they've done about as well as they can do, and I wouldn't expect any less, I guess.
Winthrop University is currently conducting online and hybrid classes until further notice. For more information about how Winthrop is currently handling the coronavirus pandemic, visit the Emergency Services section of the Winthrop website.
As the pandemic drags on, more and more people are struggling. But thanks to a local business owner, many are finally getting help. Brittany Kelly, owner of the Mercantile in Rock Hill, says she started a community fridge just over a month ago in hopes of helping those in need.
Brittany Kelly, owner of the Rock Hill Community Fridge, explains how the fridge came into beginning.
Back in July, believe it or not, I had two little girls reach out to me that they know that I like to do things in the community and help the community out. And so they asked, they showed me an article actually out of California and said, if you can make this happen, we will take care of it, we will stock it. So I said, give me a minute, and I reached out to a select few people that I kind of keep in my back pocket that can help me, that are movers and shakers in the community and help me put things together. And within a couple hours, we had a fridge donated, in service now for about 6 weeks, but already in those 6 weeks, we've fed almost over 1,000 people.
The Rock Hill Community Fridge can be found downtown Rock Hill outside of the Mercantile store.
I saw this, that they're doing this in LA, and I really want to try this, and I was like, absolutely, like, I will 100% help you with whatever you need. So I actually ended up doing like the branding for it. I designed the logo for it. A lot of my friends come here. I've seen a lot of like Winthrop students coming here now, and just a lot of community members. So it feels really good to see that like everyone can benefit from it.
To find out more information about the Rock Hill Community Fridge, visit cdmercantile.com. This is Isaac Smith with Winthrop Close Up.
The Mercantile is hoping that more businesses will get involved. If you have a business that wants to host a fridge, go to rockhillcommunityfridge@gmail.com. And Lindsay, something I just learned, apparently they're doing something similar in California, which is where they got this idea to do it here in Rock Hill.
Well, it's definitely a great idea, especially during these times. I even heard that there's actually a fridge for dog and cat food, because a lot of people who do suffer from food scarcity will actually feed their pets before feeding themselves.
That's great that they're doing that, and we hope to keep it going.
Absolutely. Well, with that, thank you for watching Winthrop Close Up. I'm Lindsay Burrell, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts.
And I'm Jake Alexander. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful day.